come to order. Tuesday, September 25th, 2007. Okay, we'll have an invocation by Mr. Johnson and split by Mr. Walker.
Everyone, please stand and bow your heads. Heavenly Father, creator and maker of every good and perfect gift, I ask that you have a special blessing upon our city, this administration, our city council, the people that dwell within our hearts and our community, and bless everyone in each and every special way. Also, bless Mr. Page and his family if they have lost a loved one in this hour of this day, and just keep them in your forever prayers. These, and we ask in our Son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Join the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Marshall?
Present.
Mr. Fowler?
Here.
Mr. Johnson?
Present.
Mr. Lawson?
absolutely.
Mr. Silver? Mr. Smith? Mr. Hobbs?
Okay, we go to consent calendar.
Yeah.
Number 9, the Public Works, and 11, the Public Works are legal. Either one.
Mr. President, just briefly, on number 11, it's up for introduction. The legal staff is not here. I think Mr. Gist may be, but Mr. President, on that, we called it before. Anytime I see the words development agreement, my radar goes up. But if you look at the last line under explanation, it says it was publicly bid. So it's not what we call, for lack of a better way of putting it, the bad kind of development agreement that we have to look into. It was publicly bid. But there were some rules that the council passed a while back on how to handle these. I don't know. I know that Marcus, before he left, talked to me about it. I know I read the last sentence, and you'll see that my name is scratched out. I signed it, and then I wrote a note. I don't know if it's on your copies, gentlemen, but it says not approved per JMR 925. I would ask that you either delay it, or if you are comfortable as a council, go ahead and let it be introduced, and we'll look into it beforehand, because I heard it was a time is of the essence contract to get something done. I don't know any of the facts. I don't know if it meets development agreements. Y'all know that we've had those issues before in the past.
With time being of essence in this particular case, I'd prefer to introduce it and send it to the committee to be addressed at that time.
Let me ask Mr. Guest who is here. I didn't know you were in the room, so.
If you introduce it, it still cannot be acted on until we do the special publications. There are 3 publications
Let's not.
that the city clerk has to go through. And if we have to change something in the title or something, gentlemen, we'd have to redo it. Without it may not be anything that would be a concern. Mr. Johnson's out of town, Mr. Canella's not in. We're talking about using an existing contract that we have. I'm told this evening it is within the scope.
How old is that contract?
But those would be questions you would ask in 2 weeks. And it's something I think the mayor would feel better about if we.
I forgot they were advertised. I'd ask to delay it. I'd ask to delay it.
Delay?
We should agree to council to delay it for 2 weeks.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That's all we got. Public Works.
Number 9, Public Works, I think I already said that. That's all I got.
I move on that, Romain.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lawson, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We go to F, ordinance to file adoption subject to public hearing.
Number 18, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for cast, ductile iron, and related accessories for a 6-month period.
Move. Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Number 19, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest quote received for transit tire lease for the bus department.
Move. Second.
Moved by Johnson, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 20, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing acceptance of a 15-foot wide utility servitude located in a 2.377 acre tract of land owned by Triple B Cattle Company and adjacent to Northport West subdivision.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Marshall. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
21, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing acceptance of a subdivision plat for the Lake District Phase 2, third filing lots N and P.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Silvers. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 22, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a written cooperative endeavor agreement with the state of Louisiana through the Region 6 Office of Addictive Disorders to recognize National Alcohol and Drug Addiction Recovery Month with a public event to include a walk, run, recreational activities, a recovery meeting, and recovery dance on September 29th, 2007.
Moved by Mr. Marshall, second by Mr. Silvers. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 23, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing acceptance of a 15-foot wide utility servitude located in an 8-acre tract of land situated on U.S. Highway 165 South, just south of Penny Acres subdivision.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Marshall, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 24, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing a contract between Louisiana Wetlands and the city for Versailles Boulevard Phase 1 and Phase 2.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Marshall. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 25, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with Red River, Atchafalaya, Bayou Boeuf Levee Board, and Rapides Parish Police Jury to obtain Bayou Rapides and Bayou Phillips levee certifications.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Marshall. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 26, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Rapides Parish Communication District to aid with law enforcement and emergency services communications.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Marshall, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 27, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Rapides Parish Police Jury to allow use of tower space by Alexandria Police Department for its wireless communications antenna.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 28, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a professional services agreement with Thornton, Musso, and Bellarmine for advisement on water and wastewater treatment, water quality issues.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Silver, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Number 29, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a professional services agreement with Nassif Engineering and Architects to assist planning, utility, and public works divisions in Operation Fast Track, plan review, and other services.
Moved by Mr. Fowler. Second by Mr. Marshall. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Mr. President, item... Number 30 and 31 and 32 are all delayed for 2 weeks. Number 33, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement for professional services with Christopher Williams for preservation, redevelopment, design concept for the revitalization of the Bolton Avenue Business Corridor.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Lawson, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
34, to consider final adoption of an ordinance adopting a new pay matrix for the Alexandria Fire Department.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mrs. Johnson. Discussion.
Item 34 was heard in the Finance Committee and came out with a favorable recommendation.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Heard from the council.
Okay, we go to G, public hearing from community development.
35, to continue public hearing on structures located at 510 14th Street and 335 North 16th Street.
Move to continue
Okay. Moved by Mr.
to the dates recommended. December the 18th on 510 14th and October the 9th on 335 North 16th.
All right. To the 9th, ban done. Human Development had two continuance on recommendations, 514 14th Street, 510 14th Street, continued to December 18th.
Moved.
Y'all already moved it? Oh, okay, good, okay, good.
October the 9th, moved and second on that too.
Okay.
All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
I would, what did that, Bob?
Okay, the motion is for continuation to December 18th at 510 14th Street. And,
330.
continue, October 9th, 335 North 16th Street.
Is that right?
Right,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll go,
36 is to hold a public hearing on the condemnation of 7 structures.
okay, Mr. Dunn.
okay. All right, I got some recommendations on 5229 Edward Street. Recommendations condemnation.
Okay, 5229 Edwards, anyone here?
I move
Okay, the
for
recommendation
condemnation.
condemnation. Okay, moved by Mr. Fox, second by, Mr. Lawson. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay,
2709 Main Street, recommendation condemnation.
2709 Main Street,
I move for condemnation.
Second.
moved by Mr. Fox, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries for condemnation.
2711 Main Street, recommendation condemnation.
2711 Main,
I so move.
Second.
moved by Mr. Fox, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion, all in
You
favor?
lose.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
616 Silver Street, recommendation condemnation.
Okay, anyone here? 616 Silver Street,
I move for condemnation.
by Mr.
Second.
Mr. Lawson, second by Mr. Fowler. Discussion, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
2301 Overton, recommendation condemnation.
2301 Overton, anyone here? Recommendation
Second.
condemnation. Moved by Mr. Lawson, second by Mr. Fowler. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
2703 Main, like to continue to December 18th for the owner to repair and secure for storage only.
Move continuance.
Second. Second.
Okay, moved for continuance to December 18th. Moved by Mr. Lawson, second by Mr. Marshall. Discussion.
Is there a particular reason that it's going to take that long to secure it for storage?
Well, they have to tear the roof off and rebuild the roof on it.
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Mr. President, I'm W.T. Armitage. I was appointed to represent the owner of 4410 Neal Street, Shirley Ann Jones. I was properly served and she was properly notified.
You know what I have. 4410 Neal Street, Shirley Ann Jones.
I move for condemnation.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Fowler, second by Mr. Johnson. Discussion, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries for condemnation. Okay, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, we will now close the public hearing. We'll go to H, committees.
Finance Committee, Mr. Lawson.
No report.
Public Works Committee, Mr. Silver.
I'd like to add a motion to the addendum, if I may now, addendum rather, for a resolution embracing the voice of the concerted effort of all of the council, if I may. I put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second it.
Moved by Mr. Silver.
Would you read it?
I don't know what he's saying, but I'm not hearing it.
So far, it's clean. I like it.
No edits.
No bells, no whistles.
This is a resolution, this is on behalf of the combined effort and general sentiment of the entire council. I'm speaking on their behalf as well as myself. I am still a member of the council.
We'll let you know after this resolution.
A resolution commending the mayor and the administration for the city's efforts and support for the public's right of assembly and expression on September 19th and 2007. Whereas the city of Alexandria was the venue on September 19th and 20th, 2007 for public assembly and freedom of expression by many citizens of our city, state, and county in their support for the Gina 6 rally in LaSalle Parish. And whereas the mayor and the administration accommodated the public assembly and freedom of expression and made arrangements for the events in our city to be successful. Section 1, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Alexandria that the mayor and administration are commended for his and their efforts made to support the right of public assembly and freedoms of expression in our community by many citizens of our city, state, and country on September 19th and 20th, 2007, which efforts were of assistance to the individuals in their right to assemble and express important beliefs and values. This resolution, having been submitted in writing, was then submitted to a final vote as a whole. The vote therefore being as follows: yeas, nays, and the only one in absentia is the fellow with the drawers. What's his name? And the resolution was declared adopted on this 25th day of September 2007. The city clerk will sign the name. Thank you very much.
Okay, I need a motion and a second to adopt.
I made the motion.
Show a unanimous second.
Yeah.
Legal Committee, Mr. Smith is absent. Utility Committee, Mr. Fowler.
No report.
Community Development, Mr. Marshall.
No report.
Personnel, Mr. Johnson.
No report.
Public Safety, Mr. Marshall.
No report.
A&E Review, Mr. Fowler.
No report.
Economic Development, Mr. Lawson.
No report.
Mr. President, there's one person signed up.
I can't read.
Jackie Lee.
Jackie Lee, you come to the podium.
Yeah, the problem we have right here on North 13th Street,
First of all, state your name and address.
my name is Jackie Ray Lee, 1246 Shirt Avenue. The problem we have, the city failed to do their line of duty, and we had to call them out several times, and they say the machine broke, they didn't want to come out, the roads broke up, they're not trying to fix, all they do is patch up. They got too nice equipment, that's what they sit up there for not to have this road repaired. I ain't never seen that road repaired. I've been staying over there about 20 years.
We refer to the administration, actually.
What we could is refer
to the administration,
complain to the administration and to the Public Works Division. And they were,
Well, that's been done. I've been cussed out by one of the employees that work with the city compound because they fail to do their line of duty. They hang up in your face, cuss you out.
That's a problem.
That's something that maybe you might want to pass to the administration. I'm quite sure that the administration, the mayor wouldn't allow that or is not going to tolerate that.
Yeah, it's been reported in. I reported in
Not been, you have reported to the mayor's office?
No, I called the city compound, talked to one of the informants over there.
Harris, people picking up your habits.
If you'll leave your name, number, everything with the mayor, I'll see to it that he does his work.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. You can leave with him. Mr. Lee, Ms. Mariel Lawson right here is the Department of Public Works Division Head.
They've been the one gunning.
She will make sure that nobody's cussing anybody out. We'll leave that to Mr. Silver.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay.
I'm going to return.
Thank you.